Hello students, good morning everyone. I'm Amrit and today we will see chapter 2 from your supplementary reader. Okay, the name of the chapter is Bringing Up Kari. Dear students, today as we are beginning this chapter, today only we will have reading practice. Okay, all of you read not only once, read twice, thrice. Okay, and after reading the words which I underline, that word you must go through, find out the word meaning, write in your CW copy, and also learn for yourself. Okay, so let's start reading practice. Chapter 2, Bringing Up Kari. Let's start. Kari the elephant was 5 months old when he was given to me to take care of. I was 9 years old and I could reach his back if I stood on tiptoe. He seemed to remain that height of nearly 2 years. We grew together, that is probably why I never found out just how tall he was. He lived in a pavilion under a thatched roof which rested on thick tree stumps so that it could not fall in when Kari bumped against the poles as he moved about. One of the first things Kari did was to save the life of a boy. Kari did not eat much, but he nevertheless needed 40 pounds of twigs a day to chew and play with. Every day I used to take him to the river in the morning for his bath. He would lie down on the sand bank while I rubbed him with the clean and sand of the river for an hour. After that, he would lie in the water for a long time. On coming out, his skin would be shining like ebony, and he would squeal. With pleasure as I rubbed water down his back. Then I would take him back the ear, because that is the easiest way to lead an elephant, and leave him on the edge of the jungle while I went into the forest to get some lucius twigs for his dinner. One has to have a very sharp hatchet to cut down these twigs. It takes half an hour to sharpen the hatchet, because if a twig is mutilated, an elephant will not touch it. It was not an easy job to get twigs and saplings for Kari. I had to climb all kinds of trees to get the most delicate and tender twigs, as he was very fond of the young branches of the banyan tree, which grows like a cathedral leaves. And branches I was gathering some one spring day in March, when I suddenly heard Kari calling to me in the distance. As he was still very young, the call was more like that of a baby than an elephant. I thought someday somebody was hurting him. So I came down from my tree and ran very fast to the edge of the forest where I had left him. But he was not there. I looked all over, but I could not find him. I went near the edge of the water, and I saw a black something struggling above its surface. Then it rose higher, and it was the trunk of my elephant. I thought he was drowning. I was helpless because I could not jump into the water and save the 400 pounds of him, since he was much higher than I. But I saw his back rise above the water, and the moment he caught my eye, he began to trumpet and struggle up to the shore. Then, still trumpeting, he pushed me into the water, and as I fell into the stream, I saw a boy lying flat on the bottom of the river. He had not altogether touched the bottom, but was somewhat afloat. I came to the surface of the water to take my breath, and there Kari was standing, his feet planted in the sand bank, and his trunk stretched out like a hand waiting for mine. I dived down again and pulled the body of the drowning boy to the surface, but not being a good swimmer, I could not swim ashore, and the slow current was already dragging me down. Seeing us drift by in the current, Kari, who was usually slow and ponderous, suddenly darted down like a hawk and came halfway into the water, where I saw him stretch out his trunk again. I raised up my hand to catch it, and it slipped. I found myself going under the water again. But this time I found that the water was not very deep, so I sank to the bottom of the river and doubled my feet under me, and then suddenly kicked the riverbed and so shot upward like an arrow. In spite of the fact that I was holding the drowning boy with my hand, as my body rose above the water, I felt a lasso around my neck. This frightened me. I thought some water animal was going to swallow me. I heard Kari squealing, and I knew it was his trunk about my neck. He pulled us both ashore. Dear students, today we will read up to here, okay? And I will also send the word meaning that you have to learn for yourselves and write in your CW copy, okay? For today, you have it reading practice, okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.